Hello and welcome to Entertainment News. I'm John England and I'm here with my very special guest, Ed Tankus, promoter of the Jazz and Blue Festival here recently in Simsbury, Connecticut. And we're delighted to welcome him to the program to go over some of the program notes, as it were, for this wonderful series. Whether you were there or whether you were just about to watch the program here on television, we hope this little reveal will set the scene for some of the music that you're about to hear. Welcome, Ed.
Hey, thanks, John.
Nice of you to come
here.
along. Well, wasn't it a great, I was going to say, we were both there, the viewers may not have been there, but boy, what a great program it was.
It was just an amazing day. The weather was perfect. The bands were just on top of things. We had great sound.
Yeah, I really do feel sorry for those folks who weren't able to make it. Either they'd got other plans then or for whatever reason, but it was super music. In particular, I want to ask, because this program features the Doug Jones Group, and I want to ask you a few things about how you felt it went for them and the kind of music they gave the crowd and the response to that. How do you feel it went for them?
Well, I think it went terrific. I mean, Doug's a great performer. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He can also sing as well. So there's so many things that not only he can bring, but the band can bring as well. This is the first time they had Rick Hanville on guitar playing with the band, which added a whole new dimension, not just to the band, but it really fused the music for everybody, because Doug on saxophone could play against the guitar that Rick was playing, and it just opened up the whole scene of music.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you were there for throughout the whole concert. I know
Yes.
we'll be talking to Doug in just a moment, but the sort of feedback that you got from quite a diverse audience there, for folks from all walks of life and from all areas. What sort of feedback did you get from the folks that came?
Everybody loved it. I mean, they could tell. I mean, one of the things I did when I put these bands together was to have a sense of feeling that you were moving from sort of one genre of music in jazz to another, and everybody said, wow, everything flowed, everything moved, it kind of like built until, you know, the final group, which was, you know, through Doug Jones, through Airborne, to the final group, which was Down to the Bone.
Yeah.
So everybody was very, very impressed with how it all came off.
Well, the nice thing I felt was that Doug seemed to feature throughout his set. He seemed to feature numbers from different albums and had stories about each one. Have you dipped into each of these on Blue Plate Radio, where you play this kind of music all the time?
Yeah, we have. I mean, Doug does some covers. He did one of the covers that he did was Taking It to the Streets. He also did I Shot the Sheriff, which I had spoken about earlier, you know, on flute, which is a very unique arrangement.
Yeah, very different. Caught the crowd off balance a little bit. Surprised to pull out a flute and to do that number.
Doing it. Exactly. And also his current single, Almost Summer.
Right.
So again, a lot of diverse music. We do that on Blue Plate Radio as well, and feature folks like Doug and Connecticut musicians, as well as national and international musicians.
Right. Well, obviously Doug will tell us more about the makeup of the new album, but just to refresh the folks at home, as far as Blue Plate Radio is concerned, just give us a brief recap as to why particularly, say, Doug and the other bands that you picked would be on your airwaves, would be on your part of the band.
Sure. Well, Blue Plate Radio is primarily a contemporary smooth jazz radio station. If you think about George Benson, think about Kenny G, and of course, you know, the other bands that we had, that is smooth jazz, and that tends to be the music that we play. Doug fits in that category, Airborne. Many different bands that many people have heard of and that they haven't heard of, and that's the interesting thing, because we're independent. We're not part of a Pandora or any other organization. We can play whomever we want.
Right. And Doug, particularly because he's a local band, it seems that you're giving local folks opportunities to expose themselves to a wider listening audience than they might otherwise get.
Absolutely, absolutely. Whenever we get the chance to feature a band like Doug Jones or other bands like Airborne, who's also out of New Haven, Connecticut, you know, we do it because it's good to bring up our local talent. We have a lot of talented people here in Connecticut.
Yeah. Watching you on the stage hosting the whole thing, you seem to have a really good time. It's a bit like you're bringing a baby into the world. You've worked long and hard at getting the PR material out. You've used your ears all your life to put this music together. Yeah. Is it almost like being one of the performers yourself in that way?
Well, it's kind of, I look at it as a birthing process.
Right.
You know, it is, you know, some people paint, some people sculpt. I do this.
Sure.
I put music and events together, and it all comes together, and then when you're in the moment, everything is happening at the same time, and I'm sure you've documented a lot of that. And by the time it's over, it's like, oh, it's out.
Yeah, yeah. And this just happened to be the first of what is planning to be many. It's going to be a fixture. Tell us a little more of your plans that way.
Well, you know, all of the sponsors want us back.
Right.
You know, and we've agreed to come back. We've set a tentative date for next year of August 15th, 2015,
Right.
to return with the Jazz and Blue Festival.
Just repeat that once again so I put it up on the screen. August the...
August the 15th,
Okay.
2015, or 8/15/15,
Go,
as we're
very
now
good.
calling it.
Okay.
It's easy to remember.
Sure.
Of course, again, the weather will be perfect.
Absolutely.
We've already put the order in.
Excellent.
And it's been approved.
Very nice.
So, yeah, we'll be back. We'll have another three bands again, and we can't wait.
Great stuff. Well, Ed Tankus, thank you very much once again for coming in and
Thank you
sharing
very
this
much,
with our
John.
viewers. Look forward to that, and stay tuned for a word from the Doug Jones Band, because the concert will be coming up very shortly. I'm here with Doug Jones of the Doug Jones Group. Actually, I'm here with a full-size PR poster for his brand new album, Top Down, which many of the folks who came to the Jazz and Blue concert here in Simsbury recently were privileged to get to hear some tracks from. I have the real man with me right now, so I'm going to drop the poster and introduce you to Doug Jones of the Doug Jones Group. Hey, now I know those sunglasses aren't a PR trick. Just take them off so we can see you.
See what's going on.
Yeah, it's like Paul Newman, see the baby blues behind it. Actually, he wears those out on stage when it's really sunny, so he can actually make sense of the music and the people in front of him. But wonderful show, absolutely
you.
great.
Thank you very
Super,
much.
super stuff. And thank you for bringing some of the instrumentation here with you. How do you feel that it went? Did you have a blast?
It went great, absolutely went great. Especially we had two musicians working with us for the first time. In the studio they played before, but first time live. So
Right.
that's a little edgy.
Well,
you
talk
know.
us through the lineup. We're going to see the folks here in just a moment, but
Sure.
tell us who the long-time folks first,
Long
and then
time Pete Hickey on piano.
Right.
Been with me 25 years. Been friends forever. Tom Purick on drums, same thing.
Right.
Rick Canville on guitar, who's been on all three of my CDs. He's the only one that's played on all three.
Oh, right.
And this is the first time he's played with us live.
that's Rick Hanville. Okay,
Yeah, on guitar
okay.
and bass guitar was Craig Garfinkel.
Gotcha.
He played on the studio, and it's a brand new one, and first time live with us also.
And how does it feel having? I mean, you're a long-term musician and an area teacher, a well-respected man, but you've been playing for a long time.
Sure.
How does it feel when you're supported by folks that you know very well, or those newcomers? Is it a challenge? Is it fun? What's the?
It's a challenge because we're not doing obvious stuff. It's mostly original, and so it's not like someone you just jump on because they heard it before. I mean, everything I do is all charted out, so I mean, the roadmap's right there.
Okay.
I mean, it's really high quality finale charts, finale's a program, but
Right.
But so it's all right there. But still, as things happen live.
Yeah, because
Or-
although the feel of the music was familiar, many of the tunes, I mean, there's only a couple that you did that seemed to be ones that I recognized,
Sure.
so I love them all. But tell us, in percentage terms, do you play more originals or covers?
more
or-
original. It's probably 80-20, 80% original, 20% cover.
Right.
So.
And did it
which is
start
nice.
out that way when you were instrumentalist, or were you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So it's nice because something you created, you're bringing it out live, and especially if it's received well too.
Sure.
But the tricky thing is with guys filling in, it can go wrong any second.
Right.
So it's a little bit nerve-wracking just because someone can miss a cue or whatever, and live is not a perfect world. You know,
Right.
you do a sound check, and then things get moved around, you back out, and maybe someone can't hear something quite right.
Because you're actually sharing the stage with two other bands, and there's
Oh,
there's a lot of
exactly.
electricity on the stage there and things
Oh,
like
sure.
that.
And we did our sound check, and we come back out, suddenly there's equipment where it wasn't in a sound check, and you go, well, how come the stands here? What, this foot pedal? It wasn't. And so you're reaching for stuff, and when I came out, my whole rack was off. There's no power.
Right.
And so we're getting ready to hit the stage, and go, I don't have any power over here. With
Right.
no power, my wireless doesn't work, nothing. So,
Yeah.
so that's the kind of stuff you just never know.
From the perspective of the audience, they haven't got a clue this stuff is going
No,
on. You're
no
up there, you're
clue.
smiling, you're chatting, and all the rest of it, and behind the scenes, things are going haywire.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I always tell people, I teach school also, and I teach my kids for band concerts, said, if it falls apart, the only way the audience knows is by your facial expression.
Sure.
I said, if you're smiling the whole time, they have no clue.
Yeah.
I said, if you suddenly go, oh, then they know something went wrong.
Well, I was there, and I didn't perceive any of that. So you guys did a great job of covering that up.
So we're not going to point out where the mistakes are.
No, absolutely
We're
not.
just gonna
Well,
let
there weren't any. Musically, there weren't any. Technically, there may have been some challenges.
We're going to go with that.
But boy, you seem to give the instrumentation a heck of a workout. Tell us what you brought here so that we can just clarify
This is
for
my
everyone.
trusty alto saxophone. This is one I play mostly.
Right.
A lot of guys either play alto or tenor as their main focus. Mine is alto. I play all.
Right.
I have the soprano, alto, tenor, bass, saxophone, whatever. This is one I play most of the time.
This is one that's featured on the recordings?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is primarily the one.
Gotcha.
And this is one the kids at school always go, how come you have such a rusty saxophone, Mr. Jones? And this was brand spanking new when I bought it. You know, if you can see this little spot of really clear lacquer here.
Right.
This is what the whole saxophone looked like when I bought it brand new.
So you
but
played the
this-
heck out of it.
This is all my wear and tear. This is all me. You know, I'm wearing keys out where screws are coming out.
Gotcha.
Just from constant fingers. So.
Yeah.
You know, and people say, I just wouldn't trade this for the world. It's just my
So if you
favorite.
hit a number one, we should see this on Antiques Roadshow at some time.
I'm hoping to get to that point.
Excellent,
Sure. If
excellent.
not for me, my kids. Someday when I'm, in a nursing home, thinking, hey.
You mentioned your kids. But there are points in the concert where you point out family references. Talk us through that, because I think there was a particular piece that you wanted.
On second CD, it's like I always take songwriting very personal. Like I'll never sit
Right.
down and just pop off. I mean, to me, it's got to be inspirational somehow.
Sure.
And at the time, my daughters were just born. They were like 2 and 1, very young. And I said, I want to write a song for them, but it's got to be, you can't just. It's got to be good.
Sure. It's got to be something memorable.
And this one seemed to work. So this is a song called When She Smiles. And
When
I
She
was
Smiles.
Thinking of pictures I had a photo of these two smiling when they were really young.
Right.
So
Stop it, Doug.
I had it the other
I
night.
bet.
I had the keyboard player. I looked over and he was tearing up a little
Yeah.
bit. I had that on the show. If I get caught up in a moment, I'll get tearing up too, and that's where I wear the sunglasses. So
Yeah,
I can't show it.
we'll take your word for
You know,
that. That's great.
There's a certain amount of macho you have to keep for the whole thing.
Absolutely, sure. I noticed you've got something else in your hand there that
my-
featured
my-
that featured in the show. Tell us how did that come
my
about?
harmonic. I've been playing this for years. I think I started this first when I was a kid.
Right.
I just love blues players, and,
Right.
and I always wanted to be a blues musician when I was a kid. I used to listen to James Cotton and Little Walter and all these great blues guys, and I just messed around with it. I always had a lot of fun.
Right.
And then one time, about 3 years ago, Ed Tankus got us to play a job in Cafe 9 in New Haven. It's a little jazz series.
Right.
And I opened up the trunk of my car, and he goes, "What's all that?" And I go, "Well, it's my flutes, my harmonicas, my rack." He goes, "You play all that stuff?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "How come you bring it in?" And so one of my favorite moments, we did another series with him, and I brought everything in. And I said, "There's one song I'm going to play every instrument on the stage." And so I played. I did an alto solo, a tenor solo, a wind synthesizer solo, a flute solo, harmonica solo. It was just. Do you remember Barbara Mandrell way back when?
Yeah.
I'm aging myself drastically.
Sure,
by
but that's okay.
acknowledging this.
It's
But
fine.
she had the show. She'd play the drums and the piano and whatever going
I
on the
remember,
stage.
yeah.
And I feel like Barbara Mandrell, so
Picking
playing
up.
everything.
Yeah, that's
And
fun.
it was just kind of a fun thing to do. It wasn't being showboat. It was just like, okay, play everything right.
And now it's become a part of the live show.
Trying to mix it all.
Blues.
Yeah, it's all thanks to Ed Tankus.
Yeah. And what's the number on the show that you did that where you
This one's
featured
called
the,
Walking with Jack. That
Walking
was
with
one I wrote
Jack.
for my Great Dane.
you wrote a song for a dog?
Yeah. If you saw my dog,
I feel I ought to ask you a little more about that.
He's not a Great Dane. He's an okay Dane.
Oh.
So he's 185 pounds. He's a rescue.
185 pounds.
185
Please tell me
pounds.
he doesn't play the saxophone.
No, well, I've tried. but
Excellent, okay.
He gets all slobbery and
I
stuff.
got you.
You know.
So how does a blues harp end up with the dog reference? Tell us.
It just I get a picture of Walking with Jack, and he has this kind of like this kind of like really slow motion whatever, and it kind of fit. I had this bass line and whatever. And then thinking about Ed, I'm thinking, why not record harmonica? I never recorded it before.
Gotcha.
And so I said, here's kind of a bluesy tune, it'd be great for harmonica, and that's kind of how that came about.
And you're going to leave the royalties for that track to the dog?
To
in
Ed,
your,
to
oh, to Ed,
Tankus.
to Ed
yeah.
Tankus,
Well, I think
okay.
Ed and Jack can split it.
They can.
We'll work it out
Okay.
somehow.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Now, what part has Ed played in the diversification or the diffusion of your music here in this part of the country on the radio?
He's a huge supporter. It's so hard for independent and not independent local artists to get exposure.
Right.
And you really look for kindness of strangers that
Right.
will kind of take kindly to your stuff and play it. And it was through one friend, Kevin McCabe, who was playing me on a radio station. He said, "Hey, why don't you contact Ed Tankus? He's got this great internet radio station."
Right.
And I checked it out on Blue Play Radio, and it's fabulous. It's one of the best internet radio stations. It's great.
Really?
And he played my last CD, and then and we got to know each other, and became really good friends.
Gotcha.
And booked us some different things, and he's been at the house for dinner. We've got a
Nice.
friendship out of this.
Gotcha.
And he was kind of the one too, just saying, "Hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that?" And
Right.
I know here's a guy in the business. He knows. He has ears. He listens to what's coming around.
Sure.
And so I listen very intently. When I know he was talking, I listen.
And most of the music that we're familiar with in a general terms as an audience these days raised a few feathers at the beginning. So you
Sure.
do need somebody to say, okay, I'm going to put something out there that nobody's particularly familiar with or knows about. I'm going to take a chance on this.
Oh, yeah.
And then it becomes very familiar. It becomes the Beatles or the Carpenters or Glenn
Exactly.
Miller or things like that.
And
So
smooth jazz as a whole has been a very safe genre for years, where you can't do certain. And now the envelopes are getting pushed a little bit. Like no one ever put harmonica on a smooth jazz. So
Right.
why not?
Right.
And different things like that. So you've got to fit the format, but be different at the same time.
Right.
You don't want to sound like everybody else, but who cares? So you got to
Sure.
kind of have your own stamp, but you still have to kind of blend into the format
Yeah.
and make it happen. They still have to play it. If you're too far out, they're not going to play it. So
Gotcha.
it's that. kind of balancing out.
We could talk all day and all night. It's been the program. If
Absolutely.
folks
Thanks,
want to
John.
find out a little more about your music, what's the website that they can go to?
DougJonesJazz.com.
DOUG
Yeah.
JONES
JAZZ. DougJonesJazz.com.
.com. Well, there you have it, folks. Doug Jones, Ed Taggart from Blue Plate Radio. Together they put on a fantastic performance at Simsbury Meadows, and here it is.
Coming out to the inaugural Jazz and Blue Festival benefiting Autism Speaks. We can't thank you enough. Please give yourself a big hand for coming out. We had perfect weather. We got a perfect day. We've got 3 bands tonight, which are amazing. If you're here for sound checking them, it was great, and I can't wait to hear all 3 bands play. I'm going to take a seat at some point and just relax and kick back. Our guy tonight is from West Hartford. He's been around for a long, long time, playing with many different people. As a side person, as a recording artist as well. His last single that came out was The Last Dance. His current single, Almost Summer, is about to break through the charts. It's really hot. I know he's going to play tonight because I took a peek at his set list. And he's got some great tunes and some surprises for you too. So please give it up for Doug Jones!
I don't think they heard you, family. Let's go. Give it up one more time for Doug Jones, the Doug Jones Group.
Oh, hey, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We're the Doug Jones Group. Beautiful day. We're going to do the brand new single from our CD. Hope you're going to hear this pretty soon. We're hearing it across the country. We're going to feature the effervescent Rick Hanville on the guitar. Hey, how about it for Rick Hanville on the guitar? And don't forget the popcorn lady in the corner to the left. I'm not seeing it. Oh, in the red tent over there. There she is waving to us, the popcorn lady. That was a song called Almost Summer. I wrote that back about 2 years ago, and all the blizzards and snowstorms we were having. It was like January, February, like our 10th blizzard and a couple weeks shutdown. And I said, I'm gonna write a song called Almost Summer. Did it make you feel like summer a little bit? Yeah? Okay. Then I did my job. We're gonna do another song. This is from our very first CD. This is the first song that I personally wrote that I heard on the radio, and that was always a thrill to hear something you created and you hear it on the radio for the first time. This is a song called The Edge. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. That was from our CD. And once again, it's hard to believe, I know, but we do have CDs available today. I know you find it surprising. But if you go over to the table with the beautiful young girl and the handsome young guy over there, those are my kids. And if you do, does anybody have the first CD out there? Anybody have our first CD? With the cover, oh, there you go. With the cover, me and the baby on the cover. Well, that's the baby over there now. She's 20. We're going to do another song from that same CD. It's called Cycles. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hey, how about it for the first time with us today? They've never played with us before. It's the first time. On CDs, yes, but not live. Rick Hanville on the guitar. Holding it steady on the bass, Craig Garfinkel. In fact, who are you? And of course, our stalwarts have been here for many, many years. My good friend Pete Hickey on the keyboards. How about it for Pete? And locking it down on the drums behind me, Tom Pioric. We're going to do a song you might recognize from a band called the Doobie Brothers. You recognize? Well, wait till we play it first and then see if you feel the same way. Hopefully you do. I hope so. still earn it? Did we still earn it? All right. I was just placing in my drink order, I'm sorry. We're going to do the first single from our CD. We came out about February. It's something called One Last Dance. It's going to switch up a little bit. It's going to feature Pete. It's going to feature Rick. I'm going to be switching over to flute somehow and do a couple of card magic tricks in between. And if you feel like dancing, there's a beautiful brick dance floor right in front of the stage. We would not be offended. that guitar. Not only is he handsome, but boy, can he play. And if you like that, guess what? It's available today to that booth to my right, stage left, my right, for a very reasonable price. We'll be signing later. And since I have my flute up, we're going to do another one. It's an old cover of a Bob Marley song. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. You know, back when I was a kid, if you played flute, people said, hey, Jethro Tull, Ian Anderson. Now if you play flute, it's say, hey, Ron Burgundy, Anchorman. So it's just a generational thing. Yeah, that's right too. We're going to do a song about 5 years ago. I went down to Venezuela and I played in Caracas. And I'm picking out my set list to play. And I said, well, I said, I'll try this next song. I said, I think everyone pretty much knows this song. So, and they did. Luckily for me, they did. I couldn't speak Spanish, but they understood this one fine. It's by Ray Charles. I'm getting too old for that. Thank you, though. Thank you so much. We're just reenacting a little James Brown right there. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Technical stuff. I can hear it. Technical. This would be a great song to, while fixing the technicals, to introduce the band. Once again, for the last 25 or more years, Pete and I have been playing together. Pete Hickey on the keyboards. How about it for Pete? Back behind me on drums, I'm from Enfield, Connecticut originally. Back behind me on drums, also from Enfield, Connecticut, is Tom Bjork, another 25-year guy. On the bass, not from Enfield, but what we have in common, we're both married to Venezuelan women. Hey, that counts for something, right? On the bass guitar, Craig Garfinkel. First time, first night with us. It's tough when you're just jumping in and playing with someone like this too, and no one's, we're not doing old time rock and roll and brick house. We could if you'd like, but I'd rather not. No, I don't want to do it. On the guitar, and not married to a Venezuelan woman, but from Enfield, Connecticut, Rick Hanville. First night with us too. How about it for Rick? All right, our next song is from our CD before this one. It's called Shades of Grey. The name of the song is called Shades of Grey. First time I heard this song on the radio was down in Caracas. It was a beautiful full moon night down in Venezuela, and I heard him playing this song on the radio, so that was a big thrill. We're gonna let Pete start this one off. Hey, that was Pete Hickey on the keyboards. What? Someone said they wanted to hear blues harmonica? Was that Ed Tankus? Oh, okay. I've been playing harmonica for a bunch of years, and Ed, how about for Ed Tankus, the promoter of this concert today from Blue Play Radio? The best internet jazz station, Ed Tankus and Al Taylor. Where's Al's out here someplace too, but Ed's the one who said, why don't you play some harmonica today, so if you can suffer through like 2 choruses, that's it. This is a song I wrote for my Great Dane. It's a song called Walking with Jack. Here we go, ready? All right, how about for Rick Campbell on the guitar? Craig Garfinkel on the bass. And Pete again on the keyboard. And as always, Tom Bjork on the drums. That one was going out to my dad. That was my dad's favorite song. That was for my dad. We had a couple more songs here. I want to dedicate this song to one of my favorite students. I always talk about hearing all my songs on the radio. I also teach school. I teach instrumental music. And one day I'm setting up and all of a sudden I hear one of my saxophone students playing a song from my CD. I'm going, what is that? Why do I know that song? All of a sudden I realized he was playing a tune from my CD. He's only in 5th grade. So Marcus, this next song is for you, my friend. Let's go back to our first CD. It's called No Regrets. Thank you so much. You guys are great. Hey, we got 2 more songs. Is it okay if we slow it down for one song? Is that okay? It's a beautiful time. Just sit it, you know. We're going to slow it down in one song. This is a song I wrote for my daughters. It's a song called When She Smiles, and they're both here today, which doesn't always happen. So this one's for my 2 girls. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And we have one more song. Don't forget, we have CDs to the side. We have a mailing list. Pete Hickey on the keyboards. Tom Purick on the drums. Rick Campbell on the guitar. Craig Garfinkel on the bass. With the Doug Jones Group, we have one more song. Thanks a lot. We had a great time playing for you guys. A lot of great music coming up. It's going to be a great night. Thank you very much.
Let's give him a hand, you all. One more time, the Doug Jones Group. Yes.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.